So the Muslim Brotherhood's plan is no less than world domination. That would include America. Yes, folks, they're here. And you won't believe the foothold they've gained in the U.S. government. Check it out. The final chapter of the so-called Arab Spring has yet to be written. Yet more and more it appears that radical Islamic forces could emerge as the big winners, and none more so than the Muslim Brotherhood. In Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, Syria, and Jordan, the Brotherhood has used unrest to increase its influence. According to one expert, the group is also making inroads closer to home.
Their goal is primarily deception, manipulation, and intelligence gathering.
Former FBI Special Agent John Guandalo says Brotherhood operatives have infiltrated the halls of power in Washington, D.C.
What we're seeing inside not just the White House, but inside the government entities, the national security entities, State Department, a strong push by the Muslim Brotherhood to get their people in.
Chief among these operatives, he says, is the Islamic Society of North America, or ISNA. In 2007, ISNA was named as a co-conspirator in the largest terrorism financing trial in American history. Likewise, the FBI has uncovered internal Muslim Brotherhood documents naming ISNA as, quote, one of our organizations and the organizations of our friends. Nevertheless, when President Obama wanted a Muslim to pray at his inauguration, his administration turned to ISNA's then president, Ingrid Mattson. And at a recent White House iftar dinner, current ISNA head Mohammed Majid sat just a few feet away from the president.
Mohammed Majid was sitting at the front table right in front of Barack Obama, but when the official White House list of attendees was published, his name was curiously missing.
Another American Muslim group that's been linked to both the Muslim Brotherhood and Hamas is the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR. The FBI refuses to meet with CAIR over its ties to terrorism. But top White House advisor Valerie Jarrett recently praised the group for taking part in an MTV anti-bullying campaign.
The U.S. government knows that these are Muslim Brotherhood operatives because federal prosecutors have gone into federal court and said that they're Muslim Brotherhood operatives.
One such operative is Kifa Mustafa. In 2010, he was given a tour of both FBI headquarters and the National Counterterrorism Center, despite long-standing ties to the terror group Hamas. Hamas identifies itself as the Palestinian branch of the Muslim Brotherhood.
We know that the Muslim Brotherhood, from their own documents, has said that they've wanted to infiltrate all layers of government and civil society here in America to destroy it from within.
Now, if you think that's bad, and oh, it is, you haven't seen anything yet. Coming up after the break, I'll show you how a radical Islamist is actually advising our government on counterterrorism. Yes, the fox is guarding the henhouse. You won't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. And welcome back. As an advisor to the Department of Homeland Security, Mohammed El-Abiari was given access to sensitive government documents. Now this Texas Muslim activist stands accused of leaking some of those documents to the media to spread charges of Islamophobia. I would have never guessed. Thankfully, one lawmaker on Capitol Hill is demanding answers. Watch this. Out of 26 members on the Department of Homeland Security's Advisory Council, only Mohammed El-Abiari gained access to a nationwide database that includes terror watch lists and sensitive FBI reports. It's unclear why El-Abiari was granted this special privilege, but he now finds himself in hot water. He's accused of taking confidential documents from the Texas Department of Public Safety and shopping them to the media. His reported goal: damage Governor and presidential candidate Rick Perry by showing the so-called Islamophobia of Texas government agencies.
Within hours of getting access, he had downloaded those documents and began marketing to these publications.
Investigative journalist Patrick Poole broke the story after being tipped off by one of the publications about El-Abiari's alleged plans.
Oddly enough, El-Abiari sits on the Texas Department of Public Safety Advisory Council, so this was his own, his own agency that he was sabotaging.
El-Abiari is no stranger to controversy. In 2004, he spoke at a Texas conference honoring Iran's notorious Ayatollah Khomeini as a great Islamic visionary. He's written in praise of one of the most influential Islamic radicals of the modern era, former Muslim Brotherhood leader Sayyid Qutb, and he's spoken out against the prosecution of Hamas fundraisers in the U.S. Yet Elie Biari has marketed himself as a moderate expert on Muslim de-radicalization, and the U.S. government has taken notice. In 2010, he was named to a working group that helped shape the Obama administration's counterterrorism strategy. Later, Homeland Security Director Janet Napolitano swore him in as part of her advisory council.
You read his writings, he is defending Qutb. This is a guy that Osama bin Laden referred to and studied to give him a basis for his acts of violence. And she puts a guy on Homeland Security Advisory Committee, gives him a secret clearance.
Texas Congressman Louis Gohmert wants an investigation into the Elie Biari leak case. He grilled Napolitano about it on Capitol Hill last month.
You have that investigated yourself, and if so, by whom?
Well, since I don't know the facts, I'll have to look into the facts.
So you'll be the one to make that call?
We'll have somebody, it'll be myself or someone.
Gohmert told CBN News the Elie Biari incident reflects a larger problem of radical Islamists, including some link to the Muslim Brotherhood, advising the U.S. government on its counterterrorism policies.
Bringing in Muslim Brotherhood to the inner sanctum, saying, look, they like us. This means peace in our time. And what they're doing is subjecting this nation to real danger.